Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Greetings, one and all. How y'all doing today? This fine day, January the 24th. What's up, family? How you doing? How y'all's doing? I hope everybody's well. Thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. I hope people are feeling good and ready for the lesson for today. I'm excited about this lesson because I realized that all the world's a stage since I was a child. And I've been a little, after I got over my initial shyness, uh, the butterflies do still happen when I get on stage, but the spirit takes me and I go where I got to go with it. Can everybody hear me? Please put the number 1 in the chat if you could hear me now. If you could hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. If you could hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. I want to make sure y'all could hear me clearly. I want to say happy birthday to one of my dear friends, the one, the only, Layla Wills. Big up to Layla Wills. Big up to Layla Wills. Happy birthday to her. And want to say happy birthday to a beautiful sister and mother of Iniko and Elka. Ikla. I forgot her name. She changed her name so much. Her mother's name is Ann Taylor. Saying happy birthday to her. I've known them for years. And I'm just texting the mom right now. Send your mom a happy born day, birthday. You know, though today is her birthday, and I want her to make sure that she gets some love as I spread love to her the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? Spread love to her the Brooklyn way. I'm so excited about the journey. I'm so excited about the journey that all of you are on also. So excited about the journey all of you are on. And if you realize that you are on a journey, please put the number 1 in the chat. If you realize that you are on the journey. We are on a journey. We are God's having a physical experience right now. All of us are God having a physical experience as you, as me, as your children, as your grandparents, as your great-grandparents. Ye are God's children of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that quote goes even further than that, but I'm not going to get into the religious aspect or the biblical aspect. But if you read Psalms 82, read that whole chapter if you can. Verse 6 is where it goes right into that point, but read that whole chapter and realizing that you're a drop in this big ocean, this big cosmic ocean. And I need everybody to share, like, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, let me change the background. I want the earth to be flowing. You know, I want everybody to share, like, and subscribe this video and tell your peoples to at least share with at least 3 people. And just don't share it with them right away. Just preference it a little. Tell them this is a good brother to listen to if you want to understand how to use your numbers and the words that we say and the names that we have. Because even every word that I put up on this board, if your name adds up to it, more than likely, if you're using it in a positive and productive perspective, it can be very helpful in guiding you. So if like the name Jackson or the name Brown or the name Michael adds up to a master number 22, then you got to realize that that's the number you can use and the interpretation connected to that number that you can use to better yourself. Or you can go down the other route. If you choose to be a negatron or choose to be, again, numbers are objective. It's not subjecting you to anything. I'm not subjecting you to the bad or the good vibration of the numbers. It is totally up to you and what you allow yourself. Big up to Dr. B for even saying those words and popularizing those words. I've heard Neville Goddard speak on it. I've heard various other people, but Dr. B of this day and time popularize allowing. And it may be others out there too. People like Michael Beckwith and various other people, but allowing yourself to be better and allowing yourself to work this place called a stage. All the world's a stage. And we're bringing it from a numerovational perspective where I will break down every word on that I just said, that quote, which actually comes from a William Shakespeare play and production back in the day. So I think it's very important that you share with your family, share with those who want to learn and who wants to be better in their life. I don't want anybody to come here if they're not willing to be better and be open. Open. It's all about opening your mind. For me to even, you see the picture on this particular flyer, for me to even win this award, I had to be open. That's the Forbidden Knowledge Awards that you see in my hand. It's made out of quartz crystal, and I can show the smaller version. I have the bigger version on my shelf, but I can show the smaller version just in case you've never seen it. This is the smaller version of this quartz crystal that I won, and it's called. And I won our second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. King Simon won the TV Host of the Year. But I had to realize that all the world's a stage. All the world's a stage. And if we're willing, a lot of awards will come to you. A lot of accolades will come to you if you acknowledge that all the world's a stage and everybody has a part. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a part to play. If you could agree with that everybody has a part to play, please put the number 3 in the chat. Please put the number 3 in the chat if you realize that everybody has a part to play on this stage. Everybody has a part to play on this stage. Put the number 3 in the chat. Great. I see everybody putting the number 3 in the chat. Big up to Michael. Big up to Fabian. Big up to Lynn. Big up to Sankofa, Amina. All of you have a part to play. And everybody around you, even the ones that have disturbed you, even the ones that have beat you up, even the ones that have molested you, raped you, even the ones that have tortured you. I was tortured when I was young. Not raped or molested, but tortured. I realized that because it was torture, people tying you up and throwing you around and all that kind of stuff. And, and saying and pretending that I'm some type of football or something like that because of either my skin complexion or whatever, or how they wanted to treat me, or eating their food without letting them know, as a child, you're just hungry and, you just do what you do because as children, we're like happy go lucky. But everybody plays a part. Everybody plays a part. And once you realize that everybody plays a part, that means it's up to you on what production you're going to present to the world. Because if all the world's a stage, according to a Shakespearean experience back in the day, who come to find out he was one of the editors of the Bible. That's interesting. According to studies, that's what they say. I'm not going to get into that, but you can go to religious channels and all that, like to break that down. And of course, today I do have the board ready, just in case. I do have it board ready. And when we have to go in and get in and keep it moving, I have no problems with getting it in and keep it moving. And I will probably, of course, use my book and some other books. But just understand, when I write all the world's a stage and break it down to its numerical value, it has a distinct meaning that can guide everyone to realize the importance of the work that has to be put in to allow that stage. Yeah, let me see if I could do this. Yeah, So when we recognize that all the world's a stage, and we're going to go from a numerical vibration of it. The word all adds up to a number 7 in both systems, and the modern system and the vintage system. The word the adds up to a number 15 and a 14 in both systems. That one adds up to 15 in the modern system, and one adds up to 14 in the vintage system. The worlds with the apostrophe S adds up to a number 28 in one system and 25 in another system, in the vintage system, the older system. The word or a stage, worlds, all the worlds a stage. The way it's said adds up to a number 1 separately, 1 in both systems of numerology. And the word stage, interesting enough, although the arrangement of the numbers are arranged differently in both systems, boom, adds up to a number 16, which is a 7 in both systems of numerology, which is so it just alone, the stage alone allows me to see that it takes a certain amount of planning, because in the study and science, the metaphysics science of numbers, the compound numerology of that 16 has its distinct meaning. So those who have my book, y'all will also you can also see the distinct meaning. The stage adds up to 16 in both systems. The distinct symbolism of the word stage is connected to spiritual victories or defeat, because on the stage you could either be victorious or you could be defeated. Say that again. Because the symbol 16 in compound numerology, the word stage adds up to the number 16 in compound numerology, and it means it's the symbol of spiritual victory and defeat, depending on its use in this realm. So when you're on the stage of life, you could either be defeated or you could be victorious. Can I get a number 4 in the chat? No, can I get a number 7 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying? Can I get a number 7 in the chat if you understand what your brother is saying? Because of just the word stage. Just the word stage alone. Just the word stage alone by its mother flipping self. Because both of them is consistent. Although the numbers are changeable in the vintage system, which can be called the Chaldean, and in the modern system, which is called the Pythagorean. The only reason I'm having a little bit more problems with just saying that is because Pythagoras could have been a group and not just an individual. And then the artists of that time only molded, or somebody paid the artists of that time to create a sculpture of this quote unquote Pythagoras, to give it a leader when it was a group of people. It's coming out. It's coming out. I'm still studying. I'm still researching. I'm still looking for, and books are coming. The books that I'm finding out, you might have to go to books that are written in Spanish and get it translated. You might have to, it gets old Greek, old Roman, all kinds of stuff, and it costs money. I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go that deep, because those unabridged books are very expensive when you're going back into the 1800s and beyond that. The writings of his disciples. Plato was one of his was encouraged, or was one of his admirers, so to speak. I think also Socrates, if I'm not mistaken, but let's not say that. But the word stage alone, if the world's a stage and all of us are on this stage of life, 16 is also the number of creativity, balance, love, and spiritual insight. So even within this stage of life, you have to develop your creativity, develop balance, love, and spiritual insight. And it is also known as the cosmic consciousness. 16. in older systems of numerology in regards to compound numbers. And those who have read my books, Numerovation for Mental Stability, because I touch on all of those systems, I say the number 16, people or vibration considered highly spiritual leaders of their homes, and planning things out should be the utmost importance. So on a stage of life, you have to plan. You have to have a blueprint of what you're going to do, how you're going to do, or your plans would fail. In other words, you need to plan, or your plan will fail. Remember, in tarot, the 16 is the number of the tower, and it symbolized the overthrow of self-ambition, and it is depicted as a tower struck by lightning from which a man is falling with a crown on his head. It is also called the shattered citadel. So the number 16 gives warning. It's like warning, warning, warning. It's a warning that plans must be made in advance in order to prevent fatality in the future. That part. So even those that are born under the number 16, that part, you have to plan what you do, or you plan to fail. These are old systems that have been working throughout the ages for both positive and negative. That's why I always say numbers are objective, not subjective, because there is a silver lining as long as you're planning and having a blueprint. Do you understand what your brother is saying? Please put the number 16 in the chat. If you understand what your brother is saying, I'm not making nothing up. I'm not freestyling it out of nowhere. I'm telling you that these are older studies going back 1800s and all that, and even from them studying things going back even 11,000 years. Most of the study go back in different languages, because a lot of these type of interpretations were underground, and they created secret societies. And it wasn't secret societies for the negative. It was secret societies because they knew sometimes that the layman will abuse this and misuse this type of information. So where there's above mathematics, which is the abstract of using or doing trigonometry or doing geometry or doing algebra and all that, where there's above ground mathematics, there's always an underground mathematics. Always an underground mathematics. Always underground mathematics that works with the above ground mathematics, but it works in secret, not from a satanic way, although there's people that have done satanic use of numbers. The Aleister Crowleys of the world that misused the numbers. The Blavatsky of the world that was in between the good use and the bad use. She was in between the fence. You know what I'm saying? She was on the fence. The Pascal Beverly Randolph, who kept it positive and productive, but people were jealous of Pascal Beverly Randolph. Go read his biography on Pascal Beverly. Go read it. So when people say that things like numerology is demonic, they're not looking at both perspectives, because you got people that's practicing Islam, Christianity, Judaism that are demonic also, because they're not using it in its proper perspective and doing something that's totally against humanity. So you got people in religious and also spiritual system, whether it's voodoo and Ifa, you got people that do wicked stuff in all of them, because they're bringing their essence of who they are to the system instead of keeping the system positive and productive. I call it numerovation because I want to motivate you with numerology. That's all I'm here to do. Please, you see the super chat, you see the PayPal, you see if this means anything to you, please support. Don't just watch, support. And if you cannot do that, then you're more than welcome to go and get my books. All my books are available via Amazon right now. or go to my Linktree / King Simon the Numerovator right now. And you can also get my books through those means also. Okay. And those are just 5 books. I got this book coming out soon. I'll be doing a pre-order for this Angel and Angle Numbers book. The pre-orders of this book is about to come out also. The Strive to Live a Positive Life Children book. And the pre-orders towards the end of this year will come out for this book. And then we can get things popping and rolling. Okay. But again, it's so important. It's so important to learn your own mathematics. Because if you're connected to a 16, I didn't even break down the all and the word because I'm really focusing on the whole saying. All the world's a stage, and then I got a written lesson behind it. This is a quote from the late William Shakespeare. So let's get into it. Yeah, that was good. Let's get into it. So the word all, as you can see, adds up to a number 7 in both systems, like I said earlier, what all of them add up to. And when I added the 7 plus the 15 plus the 28 plus the 1 plus the 16, it adds up to 67. 67 adds up to 13. 13, as you may know, those that have followed me, 13 is the symbol of power and dominion if properly understood. But if it is wrongly used, it will wreak destruction upon itself, according to some older studies, according to some occult studies. Remember, the word occult only means mystery, and mysteries are being revealed in this day and time through all of the ancient systems now, are coming to the forefront now. Now. To now, like Dr. B will say, to now. It's not tomorrow, it's to now it's happening. And 67, which is the 13, because it's a power and dominant number, you got to remember that if you don't use the stage, the world stage, that it can be something that can be devastating in your life. If you don't understand the spiritual nuances and the physical nuances, because it adds up to 6 and 7, 6 represents the need to have balance. Don't be hard-headed. 7 says you need to do deep research. Don't run away from it. Don't overthink. I'm giving you just basic understanding of each one, although they have much more meanings to the number 6 and the 7 before it adds up to the 13, which is the power and dominance of creativity and expansion. That's the 1 and the 3. And then it adds up to 4. It takes work. It takes building. It takes structure. It takes organization. It takes having a foundation, because the number 4 represents the foundation of building. That part. People call 13 an unlucky number when 13 in our history, especially as the deeply melanated people, has been very lucky. But yet, in the United States, some of them, sometimes I think some of their superstitions came over when they came over here from Europe. Those superstitions came over. However, if you notice, America has been living on 13. If you notice, it's in my book also. It's in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, and also in Lloyd Strayhorn books, where he breaks down the number 13 and the number 4 and how America uses that number constantly. Basic few patterns in my book on page 23. Below are a few patterns of numbers 13 in the USA. The United States began with 13 colonies. Its flag had 13 stars and stripes. There were 13 signers of the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was signed at 1300 Locust Street in Philadelphia. Just some basic stuff. Just some basic stuff. So how is 13 such a frightening number when they're using it? Because they understand that 13 of past old school, older numerology is a number of power and dominance. But if you use it incorrectly, that's when it became a problem. If they used it incorrectly. So setting up 13 colonies was an incorrect use of it. 13 stars and stripes wasn't the incorrect use of it. 13 signers of the Declaration of Independence was not the misuse of it. They were setting up their power. That's what they were doing. They were building on their power because 1 + 3 = 4. They were laying their foundation. That's what they were doing. I love this stuff. I wrote it in the book. Stop playing. I'm reading page 23. I'm talking. Then I even break down a few patterns of the number 4 in the United States. U.S. presidents are elected every 4 years. The original swearing-in date of the U.S. presidents was the 4th of March. The Congress elects its members every 4 years. The deadline for tax return is the 4th month, which is April. So they know what they're doing, but we don't know what they're doing with our ancient, most profound mathematical system, esoteric system, like the study of numbers. We don't know what to do with it. But now it's time to know what to do with it and stop playing. Now it's time. There's too much information out there. Big up to William H., one of my new members in the building. William H. Holmes, one of my new members. What's up, member? Big up to all my members that's in there. And please, family, I'm glad that he showed up. Thank you, William, as a member. Please join my membership because this stuff is put in the membership. So this ain't going to stay up all this. I'm just going into the membership. Y'all think I be playing. And the membership is only $9.99. I stay on them nines, baby, because 9 is a powerful number if used correctly also. Every number has its power if you use it correctly. A lot of mercy. And I want to at this time I want to shout out my my moderators in the building, Color Curiosities in the building, doing her thing, doing what she loved to do. Don't forget she and my other moderator, Dr. Shakira Moore, will be vending with me at my booth. So they got to be, a little discreet. They're vending at my booth, and we're going to be vending at the all of us are going to be vending, and also my other partner in Vibes, the one, the only High Heels, Six Sister Golden X, will also be vending her candles with us at my booth at the 9 Ether God Fest. 9 Ether God Fest, brought to you by brother Radiohead Rich. All right, February 8th from 7 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. I'll have my books and everything there too. Books will be there and everything. I will not be doing sessions, but y'all can sign in to for me to contact you to book a session, because I'll be working the stage that day. So I always want to stay focused on security in those big venues and those of that maximum capacity. I always want to be part of the security, moving and checking out areas, part of the stage. I'm one of the MCs to make sure me and Rich are going to handle the stage and have fun. And I think whatever DJ is going to have, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to have fun that day. But my people will be signing people up and selling my books at my stall. All right. So and signing people in who do want to book a session with me. All right. Those who do want to book a session with me, understanding how numbers correlate with your name and your birthday, I personally have decided not to keep on doing that, because that's overdone and people are doing that too much all the time. I've decided to go down the road of the words that we constantly say. Even when you say the word all, all is something that deals with deep spiritual vibration, that when you're looking for the all, that's why it usually takes a long time for people to study who the all is and what the all within all means, or what all thing. That's why people don't always have all of the knowledge, because it's a deeper number that is connected to. It's not coincidence that in both the modern numerology, under which we call the Pythagorean, or the vintage numerology, which we call the Chaldean, that both of them add up in both systems. It adds up to 7, because 7 is the deep researching number. You got to dig deep to find out all things. And even when you think you know all of it, you don't know a damn thing, because again, 7 is that number of mystery. So the all is a mysterious name in itself. That part. Because when people think they know all, they don't know it all. They really don't know it all. And I don't want to I'm not disrespecting this person by mentioning his name, and a few people that mention his name. I'm going to mention his name anyway. I'm going to mention 2 people that anytime you put it out there, you would think they knew it all, but they didn't. Imam Isa, aka Dr. York, no disrespect to him. I used to work with him, and I love what I learned from him prior. I don't know what happened after I left that community, but I love what I learned from him. That's why I really nobody can come to me and tell me anything about Dr. York, because around me back in the 80s, he never did all that foolishness. Whatever they saying but remember, he used to promote back in the day that he could answer all questions. So Dr. York used to promote. Yeah, that's what Dr. York used to promote. If you listen to the True Light tapes, which I still have the True Light tapes. I still have the True Light tapes. The ones that I have. Even with his son, Yadalahi. May he rest in peace. Good brother. So when people say they know it all, we got to be very careful. You got to be very careful. Got to be very careful when somebody says no, they know it all. Got to be very careful. That's why I always say I am forever a student, especially in this realm, especially in the esoteric world. I am forever a student, being respectful. Brother Polite, you come to one of his lectures back in the day, you think he knew it all. No, he didn't know it all. No one on this planet, as I know it all. They have a lot of knowledge, but no one knows it all. That is where we stand. That's where we have to stand and respect the pursuit of knowledge, So the word all also has the double L's. And what have I told y'all about the double L's? Because of this number 7. Because of that number 7 of research, the number 33, the double L's is the 33 energy, the master number 33, and it helps to accentuate the number 7. 33 is the master healer, the master teacher, the master component of delving into your childlike mentality, because 33 is known as a childlike energy. So when you're connected to the number 33, whether in your name have the double L or your name adds up to a number 33, or your life path may add up to a number 33, depending on how you add it, you got to pay attention to it, because it's alerting you or alerting the individual that you could use this in a creative and productive manner. But on the other side, master numbers can be criminal geniuses. I got to give you two sides of the story. There could be some wicked people connected to the master number 33 or the master number 22 or the master number 11 or any master number all the way to 99. But the known master numbers was 11 and 22, being born under those particular days. But when it started coming up to 33 and 44, they started showing themselves. And this is why I'm going to be teaching a workshop coming up. The tickets are not on sale yet. February 22nd, on that master number day, Saturday, February 22nd, from 1 to 3 p.m. The tickets will go on sale on my birthday, February the 1st. The advanced tickets through my Linktree / King Simon, the Numerovator. The grammar of numerovation workshop and how to articulate it. Oh, this is going to be a powerful workshop. It's not just a master class. I ain't doing all that. I'm not doing the master class stuff no more. I'm not a master, but I could help you articulate the way similar to how I articulate, but because I've done so much deep study since 89, even before that, while I was in the 5%, there's so much that I've even forgotten that I've read. Like Phil Valentine would say, there's stuff that I have forgotten that I've read. And I was looking through an old book that I had from 1984, and I'm like, oh man, I remember reading this. I remember this thing was rolling in my head for years, especially on the subject of numbers. And I'm still learning. I'm still scratching the surface. That's how deep it is. So yes, February 1st, these tickets go on sale. Those who wanted, it's a private online workshop. And the advanced tickets is, the first ticket is only $33, and then the last ticket I think is going to be the late comers will pay $55. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to be between 33 and 55 because those are expansion numbers. So early bird tickets are $33. And then it will be $55 last minute. People that want to come in last minute. So usually that's the week before. So it's going to be powerful. But the tickets go on sale on February 1st. Do not try to go on Linktree right now. It's not up there. Tickets go on sale on February the 1st on my birthday. Tickets go on sale on February 1st on my birthday. The grammar. There's a grammatic way you need to be able to formulate. That's why I'm using words right now. Grammar of numerovation. So let me stay focused. Let me stay focused. Please allow me to stay focused. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is King Simon. The words, getting back into the words, 7, 15, 28, 1, 16, adding up to 67. Let's see what another numerologist say about that number 67. Very important. I want people to get it because 67 equals to 13, which is a 4. So there's different levels. So many numerologists will just make it add up to 67 and then add it up to 13 and then break it down to 4 and negate that the 67 has power, has an interpretation, the 13 has an interpretation, and the 4. So there's 3 different levels right there. 3 different levels. Let me show it a little closer. There's 3 different levels, simple levels. 67 has its meaning, 13 has its meaning, 4 has its meaning, but yet 6 has its meaning. That's when you start looking at it from a holistic perspective. 7 has its meaning. Now you start to read the story and tell the whole story. 1 has a meaning. 3 has a meaning. 4 has a meaning. So you get to read and break down 3, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, the compound number 67, the compound number 13, and the single digit number 4. They all have its meaning. That's what builds the picture. That's what tells the story. That's what will tell the story. So in Tanya Gabriel's book, this one is called Tanya Gabriel's book. This is and remember this book, she's coming from her perspective, Tanya Gabriel. And she wrote this book in 2019. But I love her perspective because I can tell she's coming from, she studied. I can tell she studied. And I love when I see students of the metaphysical science study, when you can see, and she's just focusing on the numbers. She ain't even going to astrology. She's not even doing astronumerology. She's staying right with the numbers. She's pop, pop, pop. I love how the sister's just dropping it. She's hitting and she's striking. You know what I'm saying? So what she says about the number 67, because some numerologists will tell you that the meaning of the numbers stop at a particular point. That is not true. That is not true. That is their perspective, or that's their accepted perspective. But numbers can be read into infinity. That's why they created an infinity symbol. Infinity. So she says in her book about the vibration of 67, and I want to touch on that first. She said, anybody connected to the number 67, or the vibration that these words are connected to, all the world's a stage, adds up to 67. She says the vibration is about compassion and intellect. 67 is also connected to the natural order of the universe. All the world's a stage. Thus, it is connected to mathematics, numbers, and invention. Oh yeah, go get the book. I ain't afraid to show this. This is a numerovational perspective, baby. I ain't afraid to show people's book. and where I'm learning and studying and taking my perspective and adding it onto hers. I'm not going to debate her about it. That is her perspective. That is what she sees, just with the name Gabriel, that master number LL, and just being an angel, saying that she is letting me know that she's downloading things. And just understanding that the Tanya that she calls, Nia, Ta from Tamari or Tamaria, or meaning the earth, Nia, purpose. Earth's purpose. The angel Gabriel is here to sound the horn, give the horn to blast off to warn people. That's what the angel Gabriel was supposed to be doing. So she has Tanya or Tania Gabriel. So even her name tells me. That's why I gravitated to the book. And I bought this book probably in 2019. I bought this book when she put it out. And she's been studying for some odd years, some many years she's been studying, according about the author. She was studying astrology and numerology. And she's known as a psychic. So she's been doing it for some years before she actually put out her book. But I respect what she put out. I expect what she's doing. But again, she says the number 67 is also connected to the natural order of the universe. Thus, it is connected to mathematics, numbers, and invention. It tells that people connected to the 67 or that vibration, you plan wise moves and are practical. Your persistence allow you to achieve long-lasting results. So when you understand that all the world's a stage, you must plan wisely. I understand why she did that, because 67 adds up to 13. And 13 is that number of power and dominance. But if it's not used correctly, it will wreak havoc. Then she goes into it and she speaks about the shadow side. That's what I love about her book. She talks about the shadow side. She said the shadow side of 67 is expressed when you or the vibration is out of alignment. You can get lazy. You don't want to work that stage. Irresponsible, because you don't want to work the world stage. And that may result to dogma or guard against being obsessive or fanatical. If you don't work the world stage properly, it can lead to fanaticism. If it don't work the stage properly, it can lead to laziness, overthinking, imbalance, irresponsibility. If you don't realize that all the world's a stage in a positive perspective, and you go down towards the negative perspective, or you become complacent. Don't become complacent, because what they always say, comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort is the enemy of progress. And I know the word progressive can be some type of buzzwords. I understand that. But when it comes to your human existence and you building and leaving or whatever you got to do, or staying in alignment with who you want to be and who you want to become in this lifetime, think about it. All the world's a stage. All the world's a stage to work out. And like I said, that word stage adds up to that number 16 by itself. And that number says you better plan or you plan to fail. You better plan it out or you plan to fail, Nicole. Let's get into the vintage system of numerology, which is dubbed the Chaldean. I have no problems with the Chaldean system of numerology. It's just that I wanted to refrain from any systems right now especially when it comes to Pythagoras, until I get more information. And then that's how you become scientists at this. That's when you start realizing that, hey, wait a minute, you've been hearing that Pythagoras might not have existed. And I'm about to call I'm about to call Robert E. Grant, because he's a mathematician. That's my next text, because he mentioned Pythagoras in his book also, Philomath. He mentioned Pythagoras. It's a small segment, a small paragraph of Pythagoras, or two small paragraphs, but he mentioned it. But I think he would know, or at least he can point me in that direction, or he may have heard the same thing I've been hearing for these last 10 to 15 years, that Pythagoras didn't exist. So it could have been a group of people that came up with this Pythagoras, the Pythagoreans, and they're the ones that initiated the sound vibration studies of numbers. They didn't call it numerology. That wasn't the language of that time. It was numerology. The word numerology was founded by the word was founded by a Dr. Julia Seton. They try to pass it off to this guy named Julian Staton, but he don't have enough information in numbers from my studies and what I've been researching. He don't have enough information on him. People are just following what they seen online, but they didn't go deeper, where I chose to go deeper. And then when I found out that she had a book and her daughter had a book, and she's the one that studied with one of the top numbers vibration teacher of that time, I said, oh, she's the one, not this guy. Okay, because more than likely back in the day, it was a male chauvinist attitude they had. And that was a problem. So let's go, before we get into the lessons, because y'all know I got the lessons in the background. Y'all know I got my lessons in the background. Before I get into the lesson, let's do the last part. All the worlds a stage adds up to 63. 7 plus 14 plus 25 plus 1 plus 16 equals 63. Let's see what she says about the number 63 in her book, and then I will break it down from my perspective also. Okay, what she says in her book. Again, I'm not afraid to share other people's perspective, because this is why this program is the Numerovational, spiritual and physical perspective. It's a perspective. '63. The vibration of the 63 is a passionate, creative number. Makes a whole lot of sense. Why is that? All the worlds a stage adds up to 63. In order for you to work a stage and be progressive and be strong on a stage, you have to realize that it comes with passion to be on a stage, or recognize that all the world's a stage, and it comes with creativity. That's why she says 63 is a passionate, dealing with the 6, creative, dealing with the 3. This is a vibration of great strength and compassion. Strength and compassion. So in order for you to recognize that all the world's a stage, you have to bring strength and compassion to this, to what you want to accomplish, what you want to do. Teach your children that they got to be willing to open up, bring balance to it, bring imagination. Because 3 is also an imaginative number, but 6 is a number of balance, harmony, truth, justice, reciprocity, healing. 9 says, complete what you start, but always think on a higher level of serving the greater good of humanity. Don't go down the negative of the number 9, because the negative of number 9 is destructive. She said, you or the vibration has a deep desire to uplift the world and create something of value for others. When you realize that all the world's a stage, you're going to, on its most positive perspective, your job is to create something of value to uplift the world. That is the job. If you realize that all the world's a stage, whether it's on a low level or a higher level, you are supposed to do that on this stage of life. It's not to be played with. It's not to be played with. It's not to be played with. That's why I stay away, although my numbers can lead me down a negative road, because I've studied all the interpretations for all my numbers, personal numbers, name, birthday, and all that. And I realize there's times when I want to be a little reckless, and there's times when I want to be lazy, but I can't live in that laziness. I can't live in that recklessness, because it doesn't benefit me karmically, because karma is cause and effect, and it goes high and it can go low. It can go bad, it can go good. And it can also extend into your family if you're not careful. I remember going to Erasmus Hall, Brooklyn, and there was a guy that was in my class named Cecilio. And Cecilio had a twin brother. But Cecilio was a part of a crew. I think he was part of the Lennox crew or the 31st Posse back in the day, in the 80s. So Cecilio has a twin brother, and he's doing the negative stuff. So I'm hearing that later on in life that Cecilio's brother got killed because Cecilio's brother got killed because he was mistaken for his brother. That's why you got to be very careful with the things that you do on the street, especially if you're a twin. Especially if you are identical twin, both double male, or double female. Now, male twins and female twins, they might get over, because sometimes the male twin might not do crazy stuff like the female, or vice versa. But when you are a twin, you got to be very careful. Be very careful of what you do in this lifetime. Like Les Brown has a twin brother, looks identically like him, but he went into the military. Les went into motivation. Now, if Les Brown's brother was a military killer that had people looking for him around the world, and then they decide to go to Les Brown because they mistaken him for his brother, that could be turmoil and traumatic. That part. So again, that number 63 is very important because it deals with creativity. And if you recognize that all the world's a stage, you have to recognize that it can also place you in a mindset of becoming a productive genius, not just in where you're at, but also on an international level, because the number 9 is an international number. The number 9 is an international number. It's a humanitarian service number. It came to serve. Now, the shadow side of the number 63, the shadow side 63 is expressed when you are out of alignment, or when the vibration out of alignment. You may experience regret when you look back at your past experience. When you look back at your stage of life, and you look back and you might be regretful because of certain things that has happened, certain things that have happened to you, or certain things that you've done to other people, or certain things that you may have came through. Maybe your mother and father wasn't supportive. This is a male. 63 that's a female and a male number, according to certain system of numerology. That's a female and a male number. So maybe your mother and father, you regret coming through them, or regret dealing with them in life, the way you dealt with them. Also, it tells you that you guard against hopelessness, and emotions may run too high, and you could be self-conscious or aloof, or you might have imbalances. You might have nervous breakdown. You might have anger issues, because all the world's a stage, and you could be angry, you could be imbalanced, you could have a nervous breakdown. All of it is a part of the stage. All of it can happen in the stage if you continue to operate on a lower vibration. All of it can happen. That's why the job of the Numerovator, or anybody that's practicing any of these modalities, is to motivate you to be better in your sojourn on this planet Earth. In the sojourn on this planet Earth. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to get into the lessons, read off what I wrote, and some of the online information I got. Also, you'll see it in red. Oh, man, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Everybody all right? I got to sound like Bobby Hemming. Everybody all right? Put the number 1 in the chat if y'all all right. If y'all all right, put the number 1 in the chat. If y'all all right, put the number 1 in the chat. We are going to take a commercial break real quick. If y'all all right, put the number 1 in the chat. And remember, please support your brother by any means and all means. Left super chat is available. PayPal is available. Venmo is available. Zelle is available. All of that is available. Or you can go to my Linktree and support me that way. You can also go to my Linktree and support me that way. Can I put my Linktree up in here? Yeah, you could go to Linktree and support me that way. Also, Linktree / King Simon the Numerovator. King Simon the Numerovator. Numerovator. Yeah, you can go to my Linktree also. And you can buy my books, or you can go to directly to my links for my books. You know, that's how you circulate. Because remember, the more you circulate, the more it comes back to you 1,000 folds or 1,000,000,000,000 folds, like I like to say. Dr. B says 1,000 fold. I say 1,000,000,000,000 fold. Okay. That's no slight on Dr. B. I just want to have a little bit more coming. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have a little bit more coming. That's why I say 1,000,000,000,000 folds. I'm going to put it in the chat. Those who want to go to any one of those links, remember, if you want to use Zelle, you got to use the email on Zelle. I don't have Cash App. I do not have Cash App. That is gone. They try to bully me, and I said, no, you ain't bullying me no more. We done with that. So they took me off of their platform. So it's all good. I do have Super Chat you can use, because I know where Super Chat is going. PayPal you can use, .me/King Simon. Venmo you can use, King Simon 1. Zelle, you got to use the email, tabproductions318@gmail. I do not use the phone number. And Linktree, you can get my books. Go to all my links, my Ministry of Numerovation links. All of that is in there. You know what I'm saying? All of that is there. You know, all of that. And it's pinned to the top. So I'm going to take this quick commercial break, and I'll be right back after these messages. Don't touch that dial, please.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Award Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to the same old place that you laughed about. All right, welcome back, family. Remember, my sister's coming into town tomorrow. She will be at the New Black Wall Street at Nina Diamond's spot over there in the New Black Wall Street. And if you want to find out further information, please go to our website, pwcollections.com. That's pwcollections.com. Saturn's Daughters 47, and her Instagram, PW Collections LLC. Remember, Professor Griff and Professor James Smalls will be on my show this weekend on January the 26th at 8 p.m. And then on January the 29th At 1 p.m., Building Generational Wealth Through Housing and Rental, with first appearance on my show. Angela Mingo will be here. Very good sister, man. She's the founder of Mingo and Major LLC. Interesting story behind that name. I will introduce that to you when she comes. She will speak on it. And remember, on the 30th of this month, we have our beloved brother, man, KT, the Arc Degree. Are you eating food for your soul? That's right. My brother be coming in on January the 30th, closing out the month. And then on February 2nd, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I ain't finished. I got the lessons coming up. People are leaving. Don't be leaving. I got the lessons coming up, man. I ain't playing with y'all. The lessons are coming up next. Don't forget, Adara Moselle will be coming to my channel again, February the 2nd at 6 p.m. Clearing negative energy. And do remember to support all that she does. All you have to do is go to adaramoselle.com. That's adaramoselle.com, or scan that QR code right up there and hit her up as adaramoselle.com. I think I'm blocking the QR code. Let me check. Yeah, I think I am blocking the QR code right there. Let me remove that real quick. Yeah, support Adara Moselle. Support Adara Moselle. Scan that QR code. She also does free consultation, energy healing, negative energy removal. So if you're going through that and you feel that you got negative energy crawling all over your backside, or your family or your children's backside, your husband's backside, please contact Adara Moselle for negative energy removal. She has done great work in our community, and I'm so happy that she's one of my sponsors. And we do what we got to do. And also, if you want to get your mental right and you want to do hypnosis with Kendall, I had her on my show. She did a wonderful job. Make sure you hit her up at 1-800-396-6463. She helped me to get down here to Atlanta. I took one session with her and I just started packing. After I did the session with her, I started packing. So I know this is the real deal. And then the only decision I had to make is which state I was going to move to, either Florida, Georgia, or North Carolina. I was making those decisions whether I'm going to do those, and Georgia made the most sense. And big up to my brother that deals with taxes, financial advisor. All you have to do is hit up DTR Taxes. Just hit him up. His name is DTR Taxes. Hit him up at that number right there and mention my name, and he'll hook you up. Whether you're Canada, returns, all of that. He could do all of that for you. And he could also advise you on all the different things that he has up there. Big up to my son. He has a car detailing company, dumpster, pressure wash. Hit him up at the number right there below. If you want to rewind this, remember, hit him up at the number behind it. He'll come to your house, do the detailing and whatever you need done in your own garage or whatever. You know, sometimes it's cold out there, so you might want it done. All right, good. Green Studio NYC. Here's the new numbers. The new numbers for Green Studio NYC. Oh, and it's actually 347. I made a mistake right there. 347-455-9056. And the other number is 929-456-3009. So I got to change that on my thing here. Oh boy, I forgot. It's 347. It's not family, it's 347. It is not 374. Just want to make sure y'all get that right. I'm changing it right now. Because I seen my son promote it, and that's my son's recording studio. Big up to him. I am taking it and putting it down right now. 347 is the number. So please text that number or call that number if you want to do any studio work. You want to record your audio book, whatever you want to do. Make it happen. Make it happen. He has a great intimate studio that you might want to work out in. And check my son out. If you do want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth and email to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. I have 4 slots left in the month of January. So if you want to be in it, to win it, you got to text me and book your session right now. And please text me and book your session right now if you want to be in the building with your brother. If you want to get that, I got the, remember, I got the 10-minute session, the 15-minute session, and also, and those are pre-recordings, and you could send me any question that you want Send me any question that you want, but it's like 3 questions for the 10-minute, 4 questions for the 15-minute, and then 30-minute and 60-minute, you get to talk to me directly. You get to talk to me directly for the 30-minute and the 60-minute and that duration of time. So please take advantage of either the 10-minute or take advantage of the 15-minute pre-recording so you could ask, so I can go straight to the point. But if you want to talk to me, boom, then you could talk to me, family. You can actually talk to me during the 30 minutes and also the 60-minute session, all right? So I just want to make sure everybody knows that, and that's what I am doing, and that's what I wish for all of you to be able to do and to keep things moving, all right? Good. Again, my son's new number, 347-455-9056. The answering service is 929-456-3009. That's the answering service over there. So just want to make sure I had that up. I just corrected it. And now if you do want to do your audiobook or anything, my son can help you out there in New York. His studio is in Brooklyn, New York. Him and Jeff is working together. They're partners, so they do what they got to do. All right, you get all my books on Amazon. My new book is coming out soon. And my autobiography is coming out in the next year. All right. Okay, great. All right. We just went over this. We're about to go over into the realm of the notes. Going into the realm of the notes. So make sure y'all take notes as I'm talking about these notes. All right. We're going to learn today. All right, we're going to learn today. Yes. I want to say happy belated birthday to my son. Once again, I want to say happy birthday to Ann Taylor, the beautiful mother of Iniko and Akela. Big up to them. Happy birthday to that beautiful mother they have. And also happy belated birthday to my son. His birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Layla Wills today also. Happy birthday to Layla Wills. Today is her birthday. Extraordinary work that she does as a journalist. All right, so King Simon's note, a spiritual and physical perspective of the quote, all the world's a stage. William Shakespeare, As You Like It. That was his play. As You Like It. All the world's a stage. This timeless metaphor captures the essence of human existence, suggesting that life is a performance where we all play roles. It offers profound insight when viewed from both a spiritual and physical perspective. The spiritual perspective, life as a soul's journey. Spiritually, all the world's a stage implies that life is a temporary performance for the soul's growth and evolution. Pay attention. Each individual plays various roles: friend, foe, parent, teacher, or student, designed to teach lessons and fulfill karmic or divine purpose. The soul is the eternal observer. While the roles we play in life are temporary and change with time and circumstance, this perspective emphasizes detachment, recognizing that our roles do not define our true essence. Many of you got to recognize that your roles do not, that these roles do not define your true essence, but these roles are a blueprint to help guide you to understand what your true essence came to do in the bigger scheme of things. Number 2, illusion of reality, Maya. A lot of y'all don't know the word Maya means illusion. It's an old word from the Mayan civilization, which means illusion. Many spiritual traditions, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, align with the ideal that the material world is an illusion, Maya, a grand stage where life events unfold for the purpose of spiritual awakening. Now, think about the song that we used to sing when we was children. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Sing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. They was teaching us about this stage and this illusion that the physical life is just a dream. Spiritual awakening is the reality. But while we're in this dream, we got to make purpose from it. The stage represents the material world, while the performers, humans, are divine beings experiencing physical existence to awaken to their higher truth, or gods having a human experience. All of us are gods having a human experience. Big up to people like Professor Smalls that always say that, or people like Kaba Kamene that always say that. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Number 3, divine script and free will. Now, there's a big debate that we don't have free will. If I want to turn this off, and this be my will to do it, right? Just turn this off and don't do this no more. Divine script and free will. This quote suggests that while the stage life is set by the divine, each soul has the free will to interpret and perform its role in a unique way. It reflects the balance between destiny, the script, and choice, how we play our part. Do you know that the arsonists in California, they are following their own script and they're playing their part in that? This is their choice to be an arsonist. Now, I can't imagine wanting to burn down people's property and risk killing others as being their part to play. But yes, there are those that are part of the League of Shadows, like in the Batman movie, that came to destroy certain things. There are people that are very destructive, but there's also people that are very healing and very teaching and very giving and very loving. Between destiny, the script, and the choice we make and how we play our part. Number 4, oneness and interconnected roles. Before I go on to that, speaking of those in LA, and condolences to everybody that lost anything or anybody in LA or in New Orleans from the shooting and all that kind of stuff, or what's happened in Nashville just recently and all these different things that are coming up. But there is something that's interplaying in human existence, that both the positive and the negative of life is all playing interconnectedly. It's connected with each other. They're working together. A lot of people don't recognize that. And it's all right that you don't recognize it, but you need to. You need to pay clear attention to what's going on in this universe. So oneness and interconnected roles. Spiritually, the quote reminds us that we are all interconnected, the good and the bad, the up and the down, the positive and negative, playing roles that contribute to the greater story of humanity. It fosters empathy and compassion as everyone is navigating their unique journey on this shared stage. When you watch a stage show, you see the villain and the hero or the heroine. You see the villain, and so they're all interconnectedly working together, one supporting the other to make that stage or that show a great show. Physical perspective. Life as a performance. Life is a performance. Physically, this metaphor describes how people adopt roles and personas to navigate various social situations, much like actors on a stage. Whether at work, home, or in public, individuals present different aspects of themselves based on context. In other words, these roles are necessary for societal function, but are not the totality of who we are. A criminal is not always a criminal. Sometimes a criminal loves to be at peace with their family, their wives, their children, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their whatever. So it's not always the totality. The criminals, that's not always their totality. Sometimes they want peace, peace of mind, even in their criminal activities. Going forward, it says the quote invites self-awareness, asking us to reflect on whether we are authentic in our performances. Are you authentic in what you're doing and how you do things in your life right now? Are you authentic with your performance on this world stage? There's a question being asked here. Are you authentic? Are we authentic? Are you thriving to be authentic? Put the number 2 in the chat if you're thriving to be authentic in this life stage. Put the number 2 in the chat if you're thriving to be authentic. Because I know sometimes authenticity is very hard for many of us. Because sometimes we have to fake the funk at jobs. You might not like your boss, but you got to fake it. You might not like your cousin because you got to fake it. You might not like what your mama did to you, but you got to fake it. You might not like what your daddy did, but you got to fake it. Because you're not willing to forgive and let go. So you don't have to fake it, be authentic. You know, I've never mentioned this, and I'm going to mention it now. And that was the most authentic thing she did. And I had to accept that authenticity of my daughter, Brianna. And I love her for that, although she is not talking to me because of my past life of being not there. I understand. But both of us ran into each other. And she was walking with my son, Prince Imagine. And on the street, I seen her and him, and I opened my arms to go and embrace her. And she stuck her arms out and said, let's not do that. And I had to respect her boundaries as my daughter, someone who came out of my scrotum and came out of her mother's womb. I had to respect that. I was angry first, and I stressed my anger to my son. And he was like taken aback because of what I said. Because I could get raw when I'm angry, because in anger, things happen like that. But authenticity, she was authentic because of our connection. We never really developed the connection. So she stretched out her hands and said, no, let's not do that. Cool. So that point, I was in my feelings. I didn't scream at her. I said, okay. And I kept it moving. From that point on, she was invisible to me. I get that way. Even with my own children, if they act a certain way and not willing to forgive and grow, I'm cool. Because hugging is an olive branch that things I'm still here to be able to connect, and it's cool. So I respect and love her for her authenticity. That was authentic because of our connections have been estranged. We've never really connected over the years that she's grown up. And I understand. But I forgive myself, like Dr. B says. And I forgive her. I forgive my family. And I forgive others for imperfection. And she got to learn to forgive me for my imperfections of my past. And that's her journey. But I can respect her authenticity. So, Brianna, if you listen to this, or any one of my children send it to her, I love you for that. Thank you very much for bringing that authenticity. Because in my authentic way, I pulled back and became cold. I even deleted her out of my phone. That's how deep I got. It touched me. Because I know she wasn't raised that way by her mother. But from what I have done, it's my fault because I wasn't in her life as much as I should have been. Because I'm chasing illusions called entertainment and wanting to be on stage and all that kind of craziness. That's my fault. And I can own up to it. But like Dr. B has taught me, and over the years, and I've learned from myself, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. And I am thankful for my life, because every day that I wake up is another opportunity to one day heal that connection with my sister, my daughter. One day. I hope it happens before I transition. That's all I hope. I hope I happen before I transition. Not on my deathbed, not on that. You know, I want to still be cognizant of what I'm saying and doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in my sleep. That's all I know. That's how I gonna go. Big up to Donald Trump. He came in my dreams this morning. And me and him had a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Me and Donald Trump had a good conversation in my dream last night. That's crazy. This morning. He sat down, we talked. He even took off his shoes. We sat down and talked. The children was playing around us. We had a conversation. I can't even remember the conversation, but me and Donald Trump had a conversation last night. Powerful. And he had to leave because the Secret Service was outside and all that. And I understood. I said, you know what? I said to him, thank you for coming, sir. That's what I said to him. I said to Donald Trump, thank you for coming. And then I woke up from the dream. And I was like, what is that all about? Dreaming about the president-elect, the president of the United States. Why am I dreaming about the president and him sitting down and having a good conversation while children, it was like my grandchildren was around playing. I think he came to the house, was talking, my grandchildren were around playing, and we had a good conversation. Interesting. But let me finish my let me get off of that. All right. So authenticity is very important. And I got it. Being authentic is very important. And again, thanks to my daughter, Brianna, who is a computer engineer. And she works for a big company. I won't say which company she worked for, but she's doing her thing. Now, I respect all that she's doing. She's a master number. She's born under that 2911. She's a master number. So I know a lot of things hold into her head. I know what it is. I've known her number since she was born. So, boom. All right. So, stage of life. Stage of life. Physically, all the world's a stage also reflects the stage of human life, childhood, adolescence, adults, and old age. Each stage comes with its unique challenges, opportunities, and roles. Each one of you that are on this stage of life right now, and let me be very clear about what's being said here, because at the end of the day, remember what I said, because it adds up to a 6713, which is a 4. That's a powerful power and dominance number and dominion number, but it also requires the work, because 4 is a working number of discipline, order, structure. You got to put in that work. And because it adds up to a number 9, you got to finish what you start on this stage of life. Finish what you start. Complete the task. Complete the journey. Complete the work. Completion. And be willing to elevate it to higher heights. It's not a game. Not for me. And it shouldn't be a game for you. We can have fun within the stage, because we know comedy comes on the stage, tragedy comes on the stage, all types of situation comes on the stage. So again, physically, all the world's a stage also reflects the stages of human life, childhood, adolescent, adult, and old age. Each stage comes with its unique challenges, opportunities, and roles, but you still got to finish what you start. You still have to have discipline and work. Enjoy. Shakespeare's original monologue breaks life into 7 acts, emphasizing the cyclical nature of human experience. Say that again. Shakespeare's original monologue, because that is a Shakespearean monologue. Original monologue breaks life into 7 acts, emphasizing the cyclical nature of human experience. Society's expectation. Expectation. This is interesting. On a physical level, the quote critiques societal expectation that pressures individuals to conform to certain roles, much like actors following a script. It highlights the tension between individuality and societal norm. Actually, this was an online thing. I should have colorized this. This is an online definition that I uploaded. Hold on. I usually like to make that red. I'm quoting an online source for this. Again, let me read what I got from about society expectation. On a physical level, the quote criticized societal expectation that pressure individuals to conform to certain roles. Much like actors following a script, it highlights the tension between individuals and societal norms. So, what is it saying here? Expectation can be very deep thing in society. And you remember what Bruce Lee used to say, expect the unexpected. Both positive and negative, you got to learn how to expect the unexpected. So when people are critiquing you based on societal norms, you have to be very careful of allowing those critiques to get to you mentally or cause any type of nervous breakdown. You got to be very careful of criticism. That's why The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill is such an important book, because he says you got to be careful of one of the fears, and that's the fear of criticism. Fears of criticism. Number 4, mortality and legacy. The metaphor of a stage. Hold on one second. Hold on, pardon me one second. Hold on, let's make sure. The metaphor of a stage reminds us that life is finite. Physical life is finite. Every performance has an end. Physically, it encouraged mindfulness of how we spend our time and the legacy we leave behind once the curtain falls. As much as our dear brother Mike Tyson says, F a legacy, he don't know whatever he's done in his past is his legacy. So he can't F his legacy, because you still have boxers to this day mimicking Mike Tyson in his good and his bad. Man, make $3 million and lose $3 million within 24 to 48 hours. Go read about it. Go study. Mike Tyson is something else. So the metaphor encouraged mindfulness of how we spend our time and legacy we leave behind once the curtains have fallen. Once he transitioned, his legacy is still going to be here. Mike Tyson is still going to be considered one of the greatest boxers of all time. That's a legacy. So when he told that little girl that, the poor little girl's face was like, oh. She had that look like, oh. Why did I ask? Is he going to punch me out after I asked him that question? Of course he wasn't going to do that, but it is what it is. Unified perspective, bridging spirit and body. Life as a learning experience. The world as a stage reflects the interplay of the spiritual and physical realm, where our roles serve as tools for learning and growth. Spiritually, we evolve through these roles. Physically, we experience their tangible effect. Are you evolving? And what effect do you have? And what effect has it have on you? And what effect do you have on other people once you recognize that all the world's a stage and you are playing your role? Purpose and authenticity. This perspective urges individuals to play their roles with purpose and authenticity, aligning their actions physical with their soul's intentions spiritual. Are you authentic about what you do and how you do? And if you don't understand the word authenticity, please go look it up and use it and apply it to your life. Because if your purpose is not authentic, then it will not align with your pure actions or the actions that you have, the physical part of you will not align. Because your soul or the inner aspect of you represents the intentions of who you are presenting to the physical realm. Spirit works inwardly, outwardly. Soul works inwardly, outwardly. Impermanence and liberation. Understanding life as a stage helps us embrace the impermanence, freeing us from attachment to material outcomes and fostering liberation of the negative ego. Because ego is still necessary, but it's what part of that ego are you using, which I call enhancing God's originality, where the negative is etching God out. Les Brown used to say that. Practical takeaways. Spiritual practice. Here's some of the spiritual practice. This is some practical takeaways that you can use on your own, in your own time. Reflect on the roles you play in life and their alignment with your higher self. And what do I mean by reflecting? Meditate. Think about what is it that what are the roles that you play in your life, in your family's life, in your children's life, in your cousin's life, what role do you play? And really write it down. Are you performing authentically, or merely acting for approval or acceptance or expectation? Are you acting? Are you performing authentically, or are you merely acting for approval or expectation? You got to ask yourself that question. That's a big question. You don't have to tell me in the chat. Tell yourself. Meditate on the impermanence of life and embrace the lessons each role offers. You got to meditate on these things. Those that are getting older, because every day we are getting older, but also every day we can get better. Number 2, physical practice. Acknowledge the stages of your life and adapt to the role they require while remaining true to your core values. Acknowledge the stages of your life and adapt to the roles they require while remaining true to your core values. Strive for balance between societal responsibilities and personal fulfillment. Give unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, and give unto the Lord what is the Lord. The Lord represents you, girl, boy. The Lord represents you. Mindset shift. View challenges as part of the performance and an opportunity to refine your role rather than as a personal failure. Remember, every challenge is more than likely here to challenge you either to be your best or your worst. That's just totally up to you and what you do. Embrace empathy. Recognize that everyone is playing a role on this stage, on this shared stage, fostering understanding and compassion in your interaction. Read that again. Recognize that everyone is playing a role on this shared stage, fostering understanding, and compassion in your interaction. In conclusion, family, all the world's a stage reminds us that life is both a performance and a profound spiritual journey. Physically, it teaches us to navigate roles and societal expectation while remaining adaptable. Being willing to adapt, improvise, and overcome is very important. Spiritually, it invites us to transcend the temporary nature of our roles and connect with our eternal essence. By understanding this duality, we can embrace life stages with purpose, authenticity, and grace. Again, by understanding this duality, we can embrace life stages with purpose, authenticity, and grace. Thanks for your time and greatness from King Simon Presents. I hope all of you enjoyed what was shared today. I hope all of you find a use for what was shared today. And don't be afraid to circulate through Super Chat, PayPal.me/King Simon, Venmo at King Simon 1, Zelle through Tab Productions 318@gmail, or go to my Linktree, get my books on Linktree. Everything is pinned at the top of the chat. And remember, when you circulate to any station or any channel, remember, currency is circulating back to me. Say these words, or write all these words on your check, or write down these words on your money order. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. Let it circulate back to you. So whatever you donate to me today, tomorrow, or buy whatever books that you get, or whatever classes you take, whatever numerovational session that you conduct with me, always remember that saying, currency. When you spend your money or circulate your money, say, currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. It works if you make it work. It's a mantra. Use it for the benefit of keeping the money flowing. So if you're putting out, it got to come back. If you're putting out, it got to come back. Don't just put out and it keeps on going. If you put out, it comes back. Put out, it comes, and it may come back in knowledge. It may come back in wisdom. It may come back in enlightenment. It may come back. Currency is energy, so energy may come back in any form. But always say, currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. Dr. B said 1,000 fold. I say a trillion fold. I want all of it to come back to you. A lot of it. You could do a super sticker. You could do super chat. You could do whatever you want to do. You could spread love that way. Super sticker, super chat, whatever you want to do. You can do it that way, and I'll shout you out. Let me see. On the wings of love. Sometimes people will send funds after I leave, but I'm sorry that I don't get to you, but it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for Instagram for tuning in. Thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. I hope this was beneficial to you. If this was beneficial to you, please put the letter B in the chat for beneficial. If it was beneficial to you, please put the letter B in the chat. If this lesson was beneficial to you, I'm choking because my cough now. I didn't have no water around me, so because I put a lot of energy. I really do. Mom, sweet mommy, thank you very much, sweet mommy. That's what I'm talking about. Sweet mommy ain't no joke. Thank you very much, sweet mommy. I was definitely appreciative, very appreciative. Thank you very much, sweet mommy. I know it's important, and I thank you for that. Remember, I always say those words. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion fold. So, sweet mama, I pray that currency is circulating back to you a trillion fold. Circulating back to you a trillion fold. Any questions? I'll take 3 questions right now in the chat. If you got any questions on Instagram or YouTube, don't just not make it about yourself. Make it about how you can utilize this stage. And maybe yes, your numbers can guide you through it. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I'll read 3 questions and I'll go in, and then I got to get on out of here. But make sure you circulate though. Don't just be sending stuff and then you want things for, circulate to super chat or whatever. Circulate the super chat or super sticker or become a member, do something. Become a member. I don't do this. I do this for the love. I don't do this for the like. I do this for the love. I don't do this for the like, to tell you the truth. That's Chronix. Chronix said that. Chronix says he do it for the love. He don't do it for the likes. Me too. And both of us, our families from Spanish Town, we do this for the love. We don't do this for the likes. But what we love is really important. People say they're getting my books. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get the books. Enjoy the books. Look out for the new books that's coming out also. Look out for the new books coming out. New books are going to be powerful. New books are going to be powerful. Somebody asks, how can I use numbers to help my family? What I do with family, when I break down numbers connected to the family, I tell people, focus on yourself first. And there's a thing in numerology called the personal numbers. What I do when I used to do compatibility sessions, I used to use the personal numbers as personality numbers to connect with the other person. So let's say your birthday is on the 10th of the month. I'm not doing the whole thing, but I'm looking at the 10th, and that child's birthday might be on the 8th of the month. So when I add that 10 and that 18, that adds up to number 9. So in order for that person to work with that particular child, they have to be willing to be creative with that child or that family member, and they have to be willing to bring balance. They have to be willing to bring balance to that child. You have to be willing to bring balance. So it's important that if what I do with the numbers is a little bit different than many people do, but it has its similarities. And if people are really serious about it, it's always good to book a session, because then, again, I don't like to do quickies online. I really don't. I don't like to do quickies because quickies is just what it is. And most of our people don't respect anything that they don't pay for. That's what I realize. People don't pay for. So a person like Michael put up his January 25th. January 25th tells me that you're an old soul. And stop being skeptical and start researching who you are internally. Because 25 is the number of observation, endurance, and deep research. That's all I'm going to give you. What you do with this, that's up to you now. It's up to you. But I looked at just January. I didn't even look at your year that you're born. I didn't look at the name that you're under. And there's so much in the name, and the birthday and the name. There's so much. It tells a bigger story. That's all I gave. That's all I'm going to give you. Because people are going to respect my gift. I have a gift. And I can help pull your gift out of you with my gift. I can help pull your gift out of you if you're willing with my gift. That's how deep it gets. Sometimes people born under 25 are overthinkers, and you got to stop overthinking. Don't overthink. I know I missed today, but thank you for your message always. Beneficial. Thank you very much, Randall. DJ Bucket Naked. Beneficial. Thank you very much, Brother Randall. And even with that brother's name here, Randall's name, he gave a donation. He ain't playing. Even the name Randall with the double L's tells me no matter what that name Randall adds up to, No matter what that name Randall adds up to, that double L says he has to always maintain a jovial and healing attitude in conjunction with what that name Randall add up to. Just with the double L's. And I don't even have to give him no more. He knows what I'm talking about. Because the LL is the master number of healing and teaching, guidance. A double L. Thank you very much. Would it make sense to use numerology to select a school from 3 choices? Yes, it does make sense. As long as that, depending if you're dealing with online school, then you just need the words of the school. If you're going to a school, a physical school, then the address of that school is going to be very much important. Also, alongside the name of that school. And if it resonates with you and your power numbers, then it can work better. It'd be better. That means you'll be putting yourself in a better position in the school that you go to. Very important. So thank you, sweet mama, again for making that donation. That's why I'm even reading your thing, because you did do a $20 super sticker. But yes, numerology, because remember, numbers kill with vibrations and frequencies. You want to put yourself in the best school that adds up to your frequency, even for the children that you're going to put. If your child, let's say your child's birthday is a number 10 or a number 11. And if that school adds up to a number 11 or a number 2, 1 + 1 = 2, then that's a good school for that child to go to, because it adds up to one of his power numbers. That part. You know? So it's very interesting that, people, but thank y'all very much again for you're welcome. Sweet Mama and Randall's questions is answered because they are supporters. Sweet Mama gave me a super sticker. Brother Randall also donated. And that's what you do. It's called circulating. Currency is circulating back to me, $1.4 trillion. It's called circulating once you circulate. As far as somebody talking about planetary alignment, that's when you go to the astrologers. But depending on the planets that are aligning, each one of them have from an astronumerologist perspective, each one of them have a numerology connected to them. So alignments are good. So if anything is alignment, different planets, and you study and research its esoteric meaning behind all those planets, then you should, if they're aligning, then you should be in alignment with what those planets mean when they're in alignment. And then put it all together to make it work for you. And that's how it works. Observe it, because that is the observable. That's the time to observe it. If you got the binoculars or whatever you got that can see that, or you got the telescope, I'm going with whatever the universe gives to me. I understand alignment, so it just tells me to stay continually aligned with what I'm supposed to do, constantly. And I'm constantly staying in alignment. That's why I come up here and do what I do on this platform. That's why you don't see me bring any drama and arguments and dissent or even if the debaters come on my channel, it's not about that. Even if the debaters come on my channel and the arguers come on my channel, I've interviewed certain people that are known to be debaters and arguers on their platform, but when they come on my platform, it's all due respect. I'm talking about their life and what they do and how they've made other people's lives better with their information. This year, I'm going to interview Sarnetta. I'm going to interview Sarnetta TV personally. I don't know, because he interviewed me and I have not given him that back, and I need to interview Sarnetta. But it won't be about what he does on his channels. It'll be about what Sonetta have, being the godfather of what he has done as far as promoting the debate scene and why it is that it was important, what he got from Dr. Khaled, and that's what I'm going to ask Sonetta about when I bring him on. You know? So Mike, I answered from my perspective, but you should go to a astrologer or an astronomer. And Ra'aku is good to go to. Unlocked Astrology by Samuel F. Reynolds, he's good to go to. I stay in my lane. Now, if I put all those numbers together of all the planets that's connected from my perspective, then I will see another form of alignment, which I might do tonight just to check it out. I'm staying in focus with what I do. But like, again, for me to even dream about Donald Trump coming to a house with me and my grandchildren and sitting down and conversing with me about something, but it was definitely a happy moment. And believe me, I never voted in my life, and I'm not a supporter of any political party. Tell you the truth, the only politics I have in control of is the politics in my mind and my thoughts, and the politics between my heart and my brain and my mind. Once the politics of my mind and my thoughts come together, it will not be politricks. It will be holy-tician and not politician. It's about holy-tician and not politician. I'm going to be whole in what I do. I want to be focused in what I do. I don't want to be kept back or held back in any way. And I don't allow them to hold me back in any way. Those that are into politics, hey, please go ahead and vote and do all of that. Vote local, vote international, whatever you got to do. I'm just not that person. But I do respect the process. But I choose not to engage or put all my energy towards it, because I've seen people argue with each other. I've seen people fight each other. There's people who have killed each other due to politics. I just don't want to be a part of the politricks anymore. And like I said, I was on radio helping and interviewing politicians on my radio show years ago. So I don't engage in that, but I don't discourage people from going to vote. I don't discourage people. On that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of you again. Feel free to go to my Linktree to get my books. Everything is pinned at the top of the chat if you want to get my books. If you want to circulate funds through Super Chat, if you want to circulate funds through Super Sticker, if you want to join my membership is on and popping. Next month, I will be only doing exclusive question Q&A for the members. Next month, because I really appreciate y'all joining my membership. So start next month, once a month. So next month, on what day am I going to do the exclusive Q&A for members? Choose a day, and it will happen in the evening. I'm going to choose a day, probably on the 11th. I'm looking at the 11th for, if you're part of my membership, I would be doing an exclusive Q&A for those in my membership, and it will be at 7 p.m. when people probably are home. I don't know. 7 p.m. exclusive for members. Starting on February the 11th. And then on March the 11th, I will do members again, March 11th. For members. Once a month, I'll go exclusively for members. Membership. So please join my membership. Q&A. Yeah, I might keep it on the 11th. Anytime the 11th falls on any month for the rest of these months starting in February, that's where I'm going to do the member stuff at 7 p.m. Make sure those days are open for I to do at least an hour with my members. Hour with my members, talk to them exclusively on my channel with the members only. And the membership is only $9.99 per month. That's it, $9.99 per month. So I'll be up on that membership for at least an hour privately. All right. So on that note, just want to remind everybody again, join the membership. Want to remind everybody that our sister Paris Williams is coming to town on January the 25th. Go to her website for more information. Go to her Instagram for more information, or go to her YouTube for more information right there on the bottom. Remember, I will be interviewing Professor James Smalls and Professor Griff, two professors coming in to do professional things, January 26th at 8 p.m. Beautiful Angela Mingo will be in the building, founder of Mingo Major LLC, building generational wealth on January 29th. That's Ma'a's birthday. That's Oprah Winfrey's birthday. Also, KT, the Arch Degree, is going to be closing out the month for us on Thursday, January 30th at 8 p.m. Starting off the month will be, because my birthday is February 1st, so starting the month on will be Adara Moselle. And then on the 5th, Wayne Lightworker. Don't forget, Nicholas Brooklyn is doing their things on the February 8th and 9th. So make sure you go to nicholasbrooklyn.com or Nicholas Brooklyn at Eventbrite, or call them at the number here on the bottom, 718-858-4400. Remember, the God Fest, I'll be running the MCs. Also, I'll be vending. Also, I'll be doing security. Also, I'll be there in the building, making sure everything is going well with the rest of the team for Radiohead Rich, because we don't want nothing to happen in Radiohead Rich's spot. We ain't playing with none of these people. And like I told Brother Rich, evening events are different than day and afternoon events, because the visibility is less. So we got to pay close attention. New Black Wall Street Mall, Stonecrest, Georgia. Also, Ross Kofi is coming in on February the 9th at 6 p.m. Abundance Child coming in on February the 12th, keeping family business alive. February 13th, we're doing a tribute to Dr. Delbert Blair. Special guest, Brother Tony from the metacenter2.com. February 16th, I have these two brothers coming in. Dr. Philip Valentine and Brother Sabir Bey will be coming in live and direct. February 16th. February 19th, just confirmed, my beautiful sister returns back. Dr. Alicia Kair Ill, The Magic of Death Money. Magic of Death Money. Woo, you know she's something else. February 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern. And remember, on February the 22nd, tickets goes on sale on February 1st. On my birthday, ticket goes on sale. My born day, ticket goes on sale. The Grammar of Numerovation workshop and how to articulate it. The Grammar of Numerovation workshop and how to articulate it. Oh yeah, that's going to be powerful. Remember, big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. He has a workshop coming up on February the 25th. Mine's is on February 22nd. Lloyd is February 25th. Learning the art of numerology as a career. Go and take that. I think this is a certified course, a certification course. Go and take that with Lloyd. Lloyd is very good at what he does. Big up to my moderators, Color Curiosity. Make sure you support everything that she's doing. Millicent Simmons. Call that number 813-325-4205, and please join her on IG. She just started a new IG page. Join her on IG at Color Curiosity LLC right now. Go and support her. And also Dr. Shakira Moore, Linktree/Holistica Healer. You could call or text her at 570-972-9308. Her new book is about to be released. The pre-orders are going to start on February the 15th. The Iris Papers. Powerful book coming to this world. Big up to Adara Moselle. She does free consultation, energy healing, negative energy removal, personal power activity, true tantra. Go to adaramoselle.com or scan that QR code. And remember, hypnosis with Kendall. If you want to get your mind right from a subconscious level, go watch the video and the interview I did with her a few days ago on the 22nd. But make sure you support her. That's the 1-800 number 396-6463. And if you want your taxes done, hit up my brother DTR Taxes, and he will help you. 862-314-6039. Remember, my son has a great cleaning service. If you want cleaning done, hit him up at 512-429-9522. And my other son has a great recording studio in Brooklyn, New York, but he has a great partner that has one throughout Manhattan and other places. Contact the number 347-455-9056, or the voicemail is 929-456-3009. Remember, I have 9 slots left in this month. No, I don't have 9 slots left. Hold on one second. I have 4 slots left in this month of January, and we're already starting to book up February. Please text me your full name, date of birth, and email so I can send you the details, all right? Get all my books on Amazon or go to my Linktree /KingSimonthenumerovator. New book coming out, new book alert coming out this year. And next year we have When the Late Bell Rang, all right? Family, want to thank each and every one of you. Be safe, be great, be strong, be focused. Be your great self. And remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Family, I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh and talk some knowledge. The kind of knowledge that you will not find in college. Come the time you have to say, use it. It's your numbers. Use it. Use it till you're satisfied, baby. It can help you. It's not the is all or be all, but it is one of the modalities that can help you to be yourself from a numerovational perspective in the numerovational universe. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be strong, be focused. Peace out. I'll talk to you next time.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysics, esoteric knowledge, is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to
and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.